Hey everyone, it's Lynnea. Thanks so much for joining me today. I have the pleasure of guest designing for Some More Fun again this month, and this is the Holiday Glow Pack. So let's take a look at everything you're going to get. Okay, so right on top here is a little Ziploc bag, and inside you're going to find your envelopes and your cards. So there are 6 envelopes, and they have like a linen texture to them. There are 6 total cards. 3 of them are just plain white cardstock, and then the other 3 have that texture to match the envelopes. It's hard to catch that texture on camera, but it has that linen texture, and they're really fun. Okay, next up, let's look at the pattern papers. There are 2 different sizes of pattern papers in the Holiday Glow Pack. There's 6x6, as well as Slimline, and the Slimline are size 3.5 by 8.5. Each of the sizes has the same pattern, so you're going to get 5 different patterns of cardstock, and there are these, it's really pretty. This one especially is like really light, it's very subtle. There's traditional red, white, and green color palette. I really love these pattern papers. And again, 2 sizes, 6x6 and Slimline. Each one has the same 5 patterns. So there are 3 stamp sets in the Holiday Glow Pack. This one here is the Believe in Christmas stamp set, and all 3 of these stamp sets are 4x6 photopolymer stamps. I really love all 3 of these stamp sets. There's some silhouette images. They have this sketchy look to them, which I really love. This second one here is Oh Holy Night. It has this big church with this big glass window, and I just envision these little kids looking out the window. The last one is the Holiday Glow, and it has this lamp post, and then there are, I think, 5 different signs that you can hang from the lamppost, and a few of them you can put different sentiments into that sign. Okay, so that's it. That's the Holiday Glow pack from Some More Stamps. Remember that this is a limited edition pack. There are only going to be 30 available, and the price point on this is absolutely amazing. $39.99 is going to get you all 3 of the stamp sets, 6 card bases with 6 envelopes, and then as well the 6x6 pattern paper and the Slimline pattern papers. I'll leave that linked down below so you can go ahead and get yours. It is, again, limited edition, so you're going to want to act fast if you want to get this. Okay, so let's start with card number 1. I have a piece of black cardstock here, and I have this right now cut to 4.25 by 5.5. I will trim that down later, but for now I'm working on a full A2 sized black cardstock. I took the snowman from the Believe in Christmas 4x6 stamp set. This is probably my favorite image out of all 3 of the stamp sets in the whole pack. I just love this little snowman. I'm stamping him in pigment ink, and before it has time to dry, I'm kind of taking my finger and just smudging that ink a little bit. I wanted to have a snowy chalkboard effect, and so this ink does dry quite quickly. You can see that even though I'm smudging it with my finger, it's not really smudging, but I wanted it to have that glow effect. I grabbed a piece of 6x6 pattern paper from the paper pack, and I actually cut out the center. You're not going to see this anyway, and this is a little trick that I use to save or hoard my pattern papers, and I'll be able to use that again in a future card. I trimmed down that black stamped piece to 4 by 5.25 and added that on top, and then I also added a sentiment in the center of my card, also from the Holiday, or the Believe in Christmas stamp set, I think that it was. So let's move on here to card number 2. I'm going to be using a few images from Believe in Christmas, as well as the window from Oh Holy Night. As soon as I saw these stamps, I kind of got a vintage feel, and I liked the black and white look of them. I didn't think that they needed to be colored, which is great because I don't particularly enjoy coloring, and I'm not good at it either. So all 3 of these cards, you're going to see I have not colored any of them. They are just stamped in black ink, or in the first card I just stamped in white ink. But that's it. No coloring, no fuss. The 3 of these cards really didn't take me very much time to pull together at all. And I have 3 cute, adorable little traditional Christmas cards. So I stamped out all of those images, and I used my scissors to cut them out. I even cut out the center of this window here, and that's because I want to line this up on a piece of the pattern paper and have those snowflakes peeking through. I wanted to create like a little wintry scene that the kids were looking out the window and waiting for Santa. So I'm going to pick where I want my window to be on my pattern paper, kind of pick out some snowflakes to peek through, and then I'm going to arrange my Santa with his sleigh as well as the Christmas tree that I stamped and cut out. I'm going to put those behind the window, and I'll just use a little bit of purple tape to hold those in place so that I'll have placement for them. I'll trim out the pattern paper then, and I'll glue on Santa's sleigh and the tree flat onto that pattern paper. The window itself, I've added little strips of foam tape so that it really has that dimensional effect and it looks like you're looking out the window into a wintry scene. I had thought that I would use both of these little characters. I decided to just use the little girl looking out the window. I thought that having the boy and the girl was a little bit too cluttered. I wanted to have some more pattern paper in the background, and I thought about using this red piece that I actually had saved from card number 1, but I really liked this green pattern paper with that large snow word. So I'm going to trim that down to be 5.5 inches tall by, I think we're 3.5 inches wide. And then I also added just a little bit of that red candy cane striped paper to the side, and I put that on one of the green linen card bases from the pack. I'm just going to add some adhesive to the back of all my elements. I have a stamped sentiment there, and then I'm going to add the window above that, and then the girl to the right side of the window, so it looks like she's kind of looking out. She's looking for Santa out on that wintry scene. I really love this one. This one ended up being my favorite of the 3 cards that I made today. So let's move on to the last card. This one is probably the easiest one to make, and it's really fun because it's a fun size. So this is a pocket slimline die that I've cut a piece of that snowflake pattern paper. I actually used that behind the window in my second card. I'm going to use it as my background for this one. So that cuts a little scalloped rectangle to be slightly smaller than 5.5 by 3.5. And then I'm using that Holiday Glow stamp set, and I stamped the lamppost as well as that little hanging sign that says Happy Holidays. I added some fun foam behind there, and I'm just going to add this together on my card. Like I said, it's the easiest one. You could easily mass produce a card like this and just use different pattern papers, and it'd be a really great way to use up your pattern paper stash. So my card base here is that mini slimline size, 3.5 by 5.5. So I took one of those red linen card bases and just kind of cut off the side. So I have a fun side folding mini card. I'll add that lamppost right on top with the foam tape, and that's it. Here are my 3 vintage, classic, no coloring cards. All 3 of these cards came together so easily. This is actually the second card, but it's my favorite. I love that dimensional window and that little scene. This one here I love too because it's an unexpected size and the simplicity of it really is amazing. And then of course you can't forget those little snowy chalkboard snowmen. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye! Thank you again very much for watching this video. If you liked this video and you'd like to see more from me, please hit that subscribe button that is on the screen now. And here are a few other videos that I thought you might enjoy.